Hi everyone, Vlad here for another video. Today's video is going to be about the UFC. If you've been following my Instagram as of late, I've been lucky enough to have done a couple of activations with the UFC. So obviously I'm a big fan, I'm a big UFC geek. I've been a fan since forever, actually since the Koscheck GSP fight way back when. I think that's probably 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly the number. UFC could have been UFC 59, and now that we are at UFC 242, well, tells you a bit of my how big of a fan I am. So have a look at my Instagram, Dubai Vlad. I actually got to meet Dana White, which he's super nice guy, super approachable. I actually had a good chat with him. I also had a chat with Matt Serra, who's super funny, and I had quite a long chat with Dean Thomas, who's super down to earth. I actually DM'd him and he actually replied to me, and seemed they're all super approachable, super nice guys. I mean, they seem like they are, but in person it's kind of different. In any case, I digress. Today's video is going to be my personal analysis or my take on the Khabib versus Dustin Poirier fight. So, obviously when I heard the news that the UFC was coming to the UAE, I completely freaked out, because I never thought they would come back, because the one event they had in, sorry about the camera guys, it's just kind of like tilting, and I'm driving as well, so not the best setup. So as soon as I knew that they were coming, I was like, okay, I gotta get myself some tickets. So it sold out in about 4 days, so I got lucky enough and I got 2 tickets, so I'm going to the fight, so super excited about that. They're building the arena actually right next to where I work, so I get to see the progress each day. So I'm kind of living a week of just being a little kid in a candy store and really enjoying going to work actually, and seeing these people and all that. So pretty cool. So in terms of Khabib versus Dustin, full disclosure, I'm a big Khabib fan. I think what he's doing with the sport, being 27-0 now, is just amazing and unheard of. Obviously John Jones probably has the same accolade, since that his fight against Van Amel is kind of going to be overturned because he lost, he got DQ'd because of illegal elbows, which is complete nonsense. But in any case, that's what it is. So Khabib being 27-0 is something unheard of, and the way that he's just dismantling people, just mauling people. The Michael Johnson fight where he almost broke Michael Johnson's arm. The Conor fight where he just went into like Super Saiyan mode for that fight. He just completely destroyed him, even knocked him down, which is crazy. He's just a fighter that just never gives up. He has cardio for days, and he will basically, like he said in an interview, you basically, to beat him, you need to kill him, which is crazy. It's just his mentality. He's from Dagestan. He was wrestling bears, and it's all true. It's not just a marketing gimmick. It's all true. If you've seen Anatomy of a Fighter with Will Harris, I really recommend it to you guys. He has a YouTube. Will Harris, amazing. It's kind of like Embedded, but just from a different perspective. He's doing one now with Khabib, and it's really cool. I just think he's a great fighter. Obviously, his style is not for everyone. If you want to see a crazy knockout on the feet and like a stand-up fight, you're not going to get that with Khabib, but at least you're not surprised by it. You know he's going to go to his main tools, which is his wrestling. You know he's going to go for that single leg. You know he's going to go for that double leg. He's going to wrap up your feet, and then he's just going to pound on your head until you give up, until you just look at the clock and you wish you were somewhere else in a like aqua park, or just having a nice dinner with your loved ones or something, just anywhere else but in that cage with an absolute monster that Khabib is. So it's a big ask for Dustin, but let's not count Dustin out at all. Like Khabib said, it's gonna be his biggest challenge, and he's really not looking past the Dustin fight whatsoever. Because if you look on the other side, the Dustin camp, how well it's going, how motivated he is, the way that he's been just. He keeps climbing up and he keeps getting knocked down. He keeps climbing up, he keeps getting knocked down, and he's just always there. He has so much grit. The guy never finished 9th grade, and he got everything he has with his own fists. So you can never count a guy out like that. And he against the Max Holloway fight, he looked so big at 155. He looked massive. He He was just overpowering Max. He was just his stand-up was crazy. So I think the key to victory for Dustin here is that he's going to need to really be able to catch Khabib early on in the first round or second round, because after that it's just going to become very difficult for him to find those power shots and to really get Khabib out of the fight, because Khabib has a gas tank like no other. He can easily go 5 rounds, and he just keeps on coming. He keeps on grabbing your feet. He's like an anaconda. It's just the way he's grabbing against Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza, like, it was like 2 minutes left in the round, and he kept looking up at the clock. It was kind of, you're like depressed for Edson. He was like thinking, what the hell am I doing here? This guy is he's mauling me. He's just another specimen. And even people back at AKA where Khabib is training, he's training even with heavyweights. Even the heavyweights are saying how crazy his wrestling is. He's from another planet. And now that his dad is in his corner as well, that's going to play a big factor, because his dad was never able to come to the States because he was always denied a visa. So with his dad in his corner, with Javier Mendez in his corner, I think that's the good thing though with Dustin. He's always been an underdog, and in this fight it's no different. I don't know what the odds are yet, but I'd be surprised if it's not like plus 300 for Khabib in this one. So Dustin, he's not new to this. He's accustomed to being the underdog. He's in enemy territory. He's an interim champion, and he's just more motivated than ever. And I've never bet on fights. I'm always kind of want to bet on fights, but I just never get myself to, because it can go to anyone, anytime. It's just such a crazy sport. Split second, you're winning. The next one, you KO'd and you're looking at the lights. It's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. And it could be anybody's night at any time, which is why it's such an exciting sport. So yeah, I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna give a prediction. I'm not gonna just tell you, whatever happens. I'm gonna go with 3rd round stoppage from Khabib. Initially I wanted to go with decision, but I think it's a bit boring if I tell you decision. So 3rd round stoppage, TKO. I think end of the 3rd round, I think Khabib's relentlessness and wrestling is going to be too much for Dustin. That's not at all counting Dustin out. He's very game opponent. So let's see. What's going to be fun though, if he wins, is that we're finally going to get to see that Tony fight. If for some reason it's the cursed fight. It's been 5 times they tried to book it. It never worked ever. So hopefully that can be booked. So obviously if Dustin wins, it's going to throw a wrench in that plan big time, because this is going to be the champion. Is it going to be immediate rematch? Is Conor going to get that opportunity to run it back with Khabib? I don't think he should, but Conor's Conor. It's going to be a big fight nonetheless. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait and see, guys. I'm so pumped, so excited. My girlfriend's fed up of me talking about UFC, but at the same time she's kind of excited as well, because she's gonna get to go, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. So yeah, just this whole week, and it's really nice what they've done. UFC, they really activated the whole of Abu Dhabi. Really, there's brunches, there's nights out, there's Red Hot Chili Peppers coming, there's J Balvin, there's all these things. So they're really doing it well, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Super psyched. I hope eventually one day I'll work for UFC. They're amazing. Organization's amazing. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to take it? Is it going to be Khabib, or is it going to be Dustin? Is the diamond going to shine bright, or is the eagle going to soar in the sky? It's a quote from, I think, some interview or something. I thought it was pretty neat. All right, guys. So have a good day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.